Hey Wolflings, this is Carnage Dark Wolf, and welcome to Clock Tower for the Super Nintendo. Technically, this is Clock Tower the First Sphere for the Super Famicom, but I am playing a translated hack of the original game, and we're not going to waste any time. I will explain everything as soon as I can. Let's begin. Raised in the Granite Orphanage, Jennifer and her friends were wanted as adopted daughters. It happened in September. So yeah, I should explain how this game came about. So this game came out originally in 1995 for the Super Famicom. It is a point-and-click style survival horror game. The closest game I can think of that's like this is probably Nightshade for the NES by Beam Software. It's kind of like that. Um, Although, unlike Nightshade, you don't move the character manually. The character moves automatically. You kind of have to. Well, it's kind of like how a point-and-click game would work. So, the whole idea of the story here is that um, we're playing as this girl named Jennifer Simpson, who, along with a few friends of hers, were picked to be adopted daughters of a family known as the Barrows. And they live in this big mansion, as you can see. However, something just might not be right about the place, and we're going to see why that is. So, yeah, you gotta get Mr. Barrows. Everyone wait here. Yeah, also, if you listen closely, you can see that she's walking, but there's no sound effects. Indicating that she's walking. There's no tap, tap, tap sound effect to let you know that she's walking. I don't know, that's just a minor thing that kind of made me question it. So, Jennifer here, who we're in control of now, we have to talk to each of our three friends. The first one we're talking to now, the brunette in the yellow blouse with the brown vest. I'm assuming that's a vest or a scarf. That's Anne, and we're going to talk to our second friend, Laura, her little picture on the bottom left indicates that she's blonde, but I can hardly tell with the actual sprite model. Is that weird to say, sprite model? Whatever. And here's our third friend, Lot. And yes, I know you're looking at the picture now. Don't be fooled just because of the short hair. Lot is indeed a girl. And something that might slip up some people who are just getting into this game, you have to talk to Lot a second time in order to progress. She's taking a long time. She only took a few minutes at least. It hasn't been that long. Oh, really? Jennifer is going to go by herself. Why not? That ought to make for a good horror game with music in the background that isn't really quite similar sounding enough, but it honestly really makes me think of the theme from the Halloween films, the original ones. I'm sure the Rob Zombie remakes use the theme as well. I mean, it wouldn't be right to not use those themes unless I haven't seen those movies, so I don't know if they use the themes or not. But anyways, you probably may have noticed Jennifer's friends are gone, and now, as I was saying, we basically have to go find them and Miss Mary because she seems to have disappeared. We're gonna go to this door because, well, why not? Where's the switch? It's right behind you, Jennifer. There we go. And we're going to check this box. Something that I forgot to mention about this game is most of the time it's randomized. Yeah, as you can see, sometimes there will be a key in that box, other times the key will not be in that box, and we have to get it in a different place. But let's go check out this window. Things shouldn't go too terribly wrong now that I have the lights on. It's completely dark outside. What time is it now? I wonder. It's pretty dark, I'm sure. So let's go into this room. There's really nothing else of significance. I would check out that picture, but there's no reason to, so that's why I'm ignoring it. It's kind of intentional. And, oh dear. I wonder what's in that cage on the far right. Oh, will you look at that. Isn't that cute? A parakeet who is just constantly repeating, "I'll kill you." Or "I kill you." Yeah, that's not going to get annoying at all. And we better go ahead and do something about this annoying little loudmouth. Yeah, this is what you have to do. This is something else that the game doesn't tell you, by the way. You have to cover it up with this blanket, like so. Unfortunately, that kind of means that you're also suffocating it. But there's a good reason you have to do that. And I don't think I had to explain it. You might be able to figure it out for yourself. Well, depending on how familiar you guys are with this game. And, oh boy, that frame looks broken. Picture of what looks to be probably two beautiful baby boys. I don't know. Oh, we can also check what's in the drawers here. There's also a bottle of perfume. Smells like Miss Mary's. Oh, okay. That might come into use later. Yep, we can select it from our inventory. We don't need it at the moment, though. So I'm assuming that this is probably her bedroom. Though what doesn't make sense to me is that there are two beds here. Though it could just be implied that maybe she sleeps in one and her husband, Mr. Barrow, sleeps in the other. I'm not too sure about that, and Jennifer, I honestly don't know what is up with that color glitch going on with her picture at the bottom left there. It always happens when I leave the room I just came from. Yeah. Something's gonna be amiss in just a bit. Yeah. By the way, this leads to a bathroom. Yeah. Ooh. Jumbled mess. Alright. So, I'm not sure you would want to leave that closed. I'm not spoiling anything because I haven't said anything about it yet. But, oh, hi, Laura! Why are you taking a shower with your dress on? That doesn't make any sense to me. Oh. She looks to be dead. Okay. Well, who's this little, egomaniac? Well, I do have the answer for that, everyone. This is the Scissorman, the titular villain who I somehow died to. I don't know how that's possible. Jennifer, unfortunately, decided to take her sweet time, and it was also her idea to close the door behind her, because, you know, ugh. The game is not perfect either. It is a good game for the most part, but it does have a few problems here and there, at least in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not going to sit through this again, so I will see you guys back when we encounter our mysterious, psychotic murderer, starting now. Alright, apparently I just selected continue, and it brings me right back to this bathroom, though the music is not playing this time around. I'm keeping myself as far away from my screen as I possibly can, although I do have the audio set pretty low on my headphones, so it doesn't, like, blast in my ears. And, yeah, we know that Laura is basically dead at this point, although... Yeah. It's not as scary the second time. What the... Oh, no, what the... Oh, now you decide to run! Jennifer, don't stop! Come on, I'm tapping Y here. I don't care if you're in panic mode, just run. Yeah. Anytime that Scissorman is after you, this music that you're hearing now, in the game, it'll play. And please hurry, he is after you. Please hide in the, under the bed. Yeah, you'll see now why, getting rid of the parrot would help you in this situation. Hold on. And maybe he's a ghost because he can go through doors? That's kind of scary. That is a little terrifying. Yeah, the music's gone now. That means, well, basically, we've outwitted him for the moment. We will encounter him many a time throughout this game. But there's something I want to show you. I'm not sure if it's a spoiler to anything, but first, before we do that, I will return shortly once again. I have to, oh, never mind. Apparently, I needed to get Jennifer to be calm again. The color that basically describes Jennifer's mood at the current predicament, it sort of acts like her health as well. Like, if I remember correctly, the colors go blue, she's totally calm and collective. Green, she's just a tiny bit spooked. Orange, she's a little paranoid. And red, which is the one you want to avoid the most, obviously, is full-out panic, which is, I guess, why it's called panic mode. But, ignoring that for a minute, I want to go here. And I think I have to go all the way down to the end of this hallway here. I guess I should explain the controls really quick as well before I forget to do so later. Of course, you use the D-pad to move the cursor around, since it's playing a lot like a point-and-click game. And basically, it'll turn into a reticle like that when you can interact with certain objects and the like, as far as this game is concerned. Like, as you can see right there, Jennifer just picked up a key, and she now has it. I believe it's the A button that brings up the inventory, and then you can press left or right on the D-pad to select what item you want, but you also have to release A once that item is selected. And you have to have the item equipped for a certain other item that you can interact with. Like, you have to use the key on the car because you can't leave without it. I mean, you know, go figure, right? But of course, Jennifer is questioning whether she should just leave or she should continue to explore the mansion and find where her friends are, her other friends who are most likely still alive at this point in time. But where's the fun in that? I'm going to take the obvious answer and just get out of Dodge. And with that, we have one of several endings of the game. Probably the easiest to get, because you can get in the car and just leave. Yeah. Would I say that this is the canonical ending? I would not say so. In fact, I know it's not. But I am going to just watch the credits roll while I commentate some more. So, Clock Tower, the first sphere, it's pretty good. It feels unfinished. Well, then again, this is only one of several endings. I will say that I doubt it's the canonical ending, considering I know how the game actually ends. I'm just doing this to get it out of the way because I don't want to have to show it off later. I'd rather get it out of the way while I still can. And I don't know who Dan is, but I think I might know who Bobby is. I don't know. Mary, she was nowhere to be seen as far as we're concerned. I don't know if you can skip this. But yeah, apparently Jennifer's able to drive as far away from the mansion as possible. Perhaps maybe she's going back to the Granite Orphanage where she came from. Yeah, I should have mentioned, by the way, the girls that Jennifer came with on the way to the mansion, they're all orphans. And it's most likely that the Granite Orphanage, which is the orphanage that Jennifer is from, according to the game anyway, she's most likely heading back there. I certainly hope she knows the way because, as far as I know, GPS, even in 1995, was still kind of a new thing. I mean, that's what San Andreas told me anyway. Also, I was going to say that the car, the way it's made in the game, it kind of reminds me of that one car from Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I believe it's called the Glendale? Yeah, and in San Andreas, there was a whole thing about it being a ghost car in the woods, where it was most likely inspired by a Stephen King book, where this car um, gets possessed by a spirit and does supernatural stuff. I think it's called Christine. Alright, and I'm going to show you exactly why I know that this is not the canonical ending. And there's your answer right there. The game literally just gave me the middle finger and told me, sorry buddy, this is not the true ending. I know that it's the most obvious answer, that you can just leave, but no, we figured a way around that too. Of course, I'm just showing it off to get it out of the way because I don't want to have to do it later. And, oof. Honestly, I think that's one of the funnier endings of the game because just, wow. Words cannot describe my feelings for that ending. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Well, I think it is anyway. But also, I kind of wanted to get that ending out of the way because I know next time I get to this game, I will try to go for or one of the better endings. I also forgot to show this, but as you can see, we got the worst ending cleared, which is H, and maybe we'll encounter the other ones? I don't know. But in any case, I am Carnage Dark Wolf. I will most likely see you guys tomorrow, or maybe sometime later next week. For more Clock Tower, the First Sphere on the Super Nintendo. So, with all that said, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. And I will see you next time. Take care, Wolflings.